So guys, the final shape reveal stream just ended. A lot of stuff got revealed. We got the reveal for the final shape DLC, season 22, and what the future of Destiny 2 looks like after the final shape itself. A whole lot of information to break down here in today's video. Going to try and make it as quick as I possibly can. As always, if you're going to enjoy, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Also, if you want to help me out, consider becoming a channel member. Really helps me out here a lot. You can do that by hitting the join button down below. Let's just jump straight into it. First off, the final shape DLC. The new destination is called the Pale Heart of the Traveler, where we will be going inside of the portal that the Witness opened at the end of the final shape DLC. The Pale Heart of the Traveler kind of like is this mesh of places we've been before. The main spawn area seems to be the Destiny 1 tower, kind of like reimagined with like roots and vines, and it's like overgrown with like fauna and stuff. Then you see like the Witness's like big old darkness tower in the background, and as soon as you get closer to that tower, it all gets like weird, and there's like these hand things coming out the ground. It looks really, really cool. Also within the reveal, alongside the Pale Heart destination for the final shape, they showed off new supers for our light subclasses. So there's a new Solar super for the Warlock, a new Void super for the Titan, and a new Arc super for the Hunter. The Solar Warlock super is similar to what you would get from Radiance in Destiny 1, where you are overflown with solar energy and your abilities recharge faster. But in Destiny 2 this time, your melee and grenade abilities are kind of like overcharged and get like a unique effect. So your melee will gain additional projectiles, and your grenade is like sentient almost. You like throw it out and then it'll like seek out targets, and it looks really cool. Also, nearby allies will get a solar imbuement thing, where like their solar weapons are able to just scorch targets. Very interesting there. For the Void Titan, you summon a big old like battle axe and are able to just like throw it at enemies. And when you throw it at them, it doesn't destroy the axe itself. It instead like is just there for you to pick up again, like a relic would be, and also your teammates can also pick it up, so you can just keep on throwing axes, and then all of your team can just have a big axe that you can just swing around like a raid relic. Looks really, really cool. The Arc Hunters, you get like this arc knife which you get to throw at enemies, and then you can teleport to do like a new little like AoE area of attack. They also showed off new aspects to go alongside these new supers. So the Solar Warlock, they showed off a Solar Buddy, similar to the Arc Buddy and the Void Buddy that we have. The Solar subclass is now getting its own version, where it will like seek out and target enemies. The Void Titan seems to be getting this new aspect that converts your grenade into a forward like shield, similar to the Shield Super from the Sentinel subclass. And then the Arc Hunters are getting like this additional movement jump, where you spin your arc staff in the air and you get some vertical leverage, which also looks really, really cool. They also showed off some new weapon archetypes. So for pre-ordering the DLC, you get this new, I think it was a fusion rifle or something. I have no idea what actual weapon it was, but you could like imbue it with your different subclass types. So depending on what subclass you would be using, it would change its damage type, and it would like do different things depending on what subclass you were. There was also new legendary subfamilies, so there was an auto rifle that would be able to switch from dealing damage to enemies to being able to heal people. There was a sidearm that was able to shoot like mini tracking rockets, and these are all like legendary weapons, but they're borderline like exotics, which is really, really cool. There was a new exotic trace rifle that seems to be mimicking the laser beam that the Traveler did, and they also showed off new returning exotics from Destiny 1. So we have the Hothead exotic rocket launcher, the Kvostov exotic auto rifle, and I think they also mentioned Red Death returning as well, which has me really excited, because Red Death and Crimson are basically the same weapon, so it'll be interesting to see how they change Red Death to make it more unique than Crimson. We're obviously going to have to wait and see there. So going on from there, we have Season 22. Now, Season 22 is a Hive-themed season, and it's called Season of the Witch. There are 2 match-made activities in it. I think they are both free-player match-made activities, which is really interesting. One of them is like a Horde-style mode, similar to what we got last season, but they did say that you could either run it for a couple minutes or like a couple hours, so it seems to be one that you can just constantly keep on going through and enjoying. And then there was another one where you are ascending through the throne world of the Witch Queen and going through her Hive Tower. I'll have a more in-depth video on the season itself probably tomorrow when I upload my guide, but that was all the stuff there. The armor and weapons and stuff are all Hive themed, so if you like that aesthetic, you have that to go along with. You've got that, and then also the reprised raid is Crota's End, and surprisingly, in the bit that they showed off here in the trailer, the Age of Triumph armor set with all the glows is the one that's being returned to the game. So instead of the base armor set, you're getting all the glowy additions that the Age of Triumph ornaments added. Kind of weird that only Crota's getting this armor set, but here we are. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about for Season 22. Now we're going into Beyond the Final Shape and the changes that they're making to the game. This is really huge. First off, the seasonal structure is changing. We are no longer getting 4 seasons in a year. Instead, we are getting 3 episodes. Now, episodes are like seasons, but longer and have more going on in them. So here we have a chart of what these new episodes actually are. We have episode 1, which is called Echoes, episode 2, Revenant, and episode 3, Heresy. Episode 1 will go from March to June, episode 2 is from July to October, and episode 3 is November through February. And you can see that each episode has 3 different acts, spanning, I believe, 6 weeks each. Act 1 of the Echoes story episode seems to include new exotic weapons, new exotic missions, new quests, artifact mods, new story, battle pass, new activities, pass rewards, new weapons and new armor. And then for Act 2 and 3, there seems to be more additions coming to the seasons 6 weeks after the initial launch. And that seems to be the same for all of these new episodes. So basically, it's staying the same. We're just getting more content in fewer seasons, which is very interesting. I'll be interested to see how this pans out. But getting a new, hopefully substantial batch of content every 6 weeks within a season doesn't sound terrible to me. Alongside that, they go over leveling changes for the overall game. So instead, how leveling is going to work, it seems to be staying pretty much the same, apart from now, when you go into an activity, some of them will be light level locked, meaning that no matter what light level you are, you'll get bumped up to the light level of the activity, but things like nightfalls and raids will still have the light level requirement of it. Also, there is a new fire team level system, so for things like raids and that higher level content, it seems that the highest level character in your fire team, your light levels will all be kind of summed up into one light level. So if you have one friend that's really underleveled, doesn't really matter, they can still go in and have a good time. And final thing here that I really want to talk about is the collector's edition for the Final Shape DLC will grant you a mini replica of the D1 tower, which is a nice thing to go and grab there. That is pretty much all I wanted to talk about with this reveal. That's all the main stuff. You can pre-order probably around this time now. There's a new exotic tied to pre-ordering all of it. Seems to be the fusion rifle that I was talking about earlier. I'll have a video on that later on in the week. That's all I have for you guys today. If you want to watch the whole live stream yourself, links found in the description as always. That's all I have for you guys today. So if you've enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.